JessConeFitness here. I'm going to start with a video today that was actually the workout for tomorrow that's in my fitness app. So if you're interested in following the app, let me know. You can just follow the workouts at your own pace and then follow these videos. So right now is a little bit of a stressful time, or a very stressful time. So it can be tough to get that workout in, but definitely try to do the best you can, get it in at home. There's plenty you can do to get a great workout from home. I do have some weights here that I will be using, and I'll explain alternatives if you don't have any weights. So we're gonna go right into our warm up, and the warm up here is a straight arm plank with an alternating bent knee raise. In the app, it says to go about a minute here. What I'll even have people do is just count per side. So you could go about 10 or so per side, 20 total. Now I raise my booty up just a little bit for my lower back, because it still kind of bugs me from my postpartum stuff. But ideally, you want that booty nice and low, and that's something I'll try to work towards. So I might do as many as I can, really focus on pulling my abs in tight. And then when I feel like I can't hold it anymore, or it starts getting to my lower back, then I'll raise the booty. The other thing to focus on is shoulders right over the hands. If you can see, I'm not back here doing this. I'm leaning shoulders over those hands. If this bugs your wrist at all, just go to the elbows. Now the elbows is the next exercise for the warm up. So you're gonna do alternating knee raise here. And same idea, looking for probably about 10 per side. Done slowly under control is what you're gonna get in that minute. And you can just rest at any time you need to. I'm gonna keep going. And good, go ahead and rest that up. You can take a breather here. The next one, we're gonna do a straight arm plank with an alternating straight leg raise. Same goal there, a minute per exercise, probably looking about 10 per side. So hold that plank nice and tight. Again, like I was talking about, I might end up raising my booty a little bit. Try to raise your leg straight as you can, and try not to go too high. It's okay, Kennedy. Working out with the baby there, which I'm assuming a lot of us will be trying to get our workout in with kids and dogs and all that kind of stuff. And see how my foot's nice and flexed, so trying to point it, flex it, and really squeeze that quad as tight as you can. Trying to keep booty down, unless it's bugging your back. And just raise to where you feel your glute really engaged at the top. And then just rest on that when you need to. And then on that, we go minute there, 10 per side. Same exercise, you're gonna go to bent arm now. Bent arm option. 10 per side here. And rest there. So then the next exercise is a straight arm plank with an alternating hand raise. We're gonna go to the same arm. It's good to keep the feet a little bit spread out on this one. That'll help with your stability. Imagine like a plate of food or soup or something on your hip, and you're trying to not let it fall off. So sorry, we're going to the hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to perform them somewhat slow. 5, 6, 7. Just gonna keep going. 9. Again, rest when you need to. If you need to do this from the elbows, if it bugs your wrist, that's totally fine. You just raise the elbow up. And anytime if you need to go from the knees, you can do that. Just really try to make sure you're still leaning shoulders over those hands. And keep going, a few more. And rest. Next exercise, we're gonna go to a side plank, and we're doing a twist and reach. Side plank's gonna be a little bit tweaky on the shoulder. So if you need to, just hold the side plank, try to work on that, even holding here. If you feel like you can, twist and reach. A lot of times people let their elbow get really far out, so really keep the elbow right under that shoulder. We're gonna go into these. I like to put my top foot in front of the other so that I can have more stability and reach up. You're going about a minute here. Probably gonna get like 8 to 10 of these or so. There's 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Awesome. Then go to the other side. Twist and reach. Same thing. Keep that shoulder right over the elbow. Twist as far as you can. Reach. 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So just double check my list here. So those are all our warm-up exercises, and we're going to go into our strength portion. Each day has different warm-up exercises. They're normally revolving around planks, Superman holds, and abs. So now we're going to go into our strength, and this is before we do our cardio. So we're going to do a close grip or a diamond push-up. Really focus on keeping the hands right in line with that chest versus being here with our hands, and keeping those elbows in. So when you push, you squeeze those elbows in tight and away. And we're doing a tempo for these. Now these are tough. So if you need to go from the knees up and do it, you're gonna see I'm gonna go to the knees. And I'm even just gonna go to a depth that I can maintain good form, keeping my hip up high. So hands narrow, lean hands over. So see my back's arching, really focus on tucking that booty under. And you're gonna go down slow with the tempo. Down, 2, 3, squeezing those elbows in, hold, 2, 3, push up, 1, just go as low as you're able, keeping those elbows in, hold, 2, 3, push back up, and down slow, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, push. So these are tough, so you might just do 5 to 10, and the workout has you doing them at the tempo, and it has many as you can do in a minute, and then you rest a minute. And so the idea with this is focus on good form and get a good rest so that you can get a good set on the next set. Go slow, or even if you're just holding like halfway, squeeze those elbows and push. If you need to go a little bit wider with the hands, that's fine too. Hold, 2, 3, push, down slow. Last one, hold, squeeze those elbows in, 2, 3, push. Now it's a minute rest, so go ahead and rest here. I'm gonna entertain the baby real quick while we're resting. Give her something to entertain herself here. All right, let's go into that next set. If you need to rest a little longer, go ahead. Same thing, 5 to 10 with the tempo. Leaning over those hands down slow. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. Down slow. 2, 3, hold. Note how my head is way beyond my hands. Push, which is tough to do. So again, you might even just go like partial way to keep that head way in front. And hold. 2, 3, push. Down slow. 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 Hold. 2, 3, and push. Good. Rest when you need to. We're gonna rest and then do one more set. And another option too is like on a couch or table is to do these push-ups incline. So you raise up high, and then that will decrease how much weight you are against gravity. So the more I go down to my knees or lift up my knees, the harder. The more I can incline myself on a table or couch or something, I lessen my weight against gravity, so it can make it a little bit easier, a little bit nicer to have correct form. So I'll sometimes have people as high as when they're standing, even like chest to rib height. so that they do the form right. Just make sure to lean head way over those hands. All right, and we're trying to hit right in here in that jiggly part that normally doesn't always get hit well. That's why watch the elbows creeping out. You gotta squeeze them in right by your sides. Last set. And belly button in, tuck that hip under, squeeze your booty down. 2, 3, we're gonna hold. 2, 3, push. Down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. Down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. And down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. And down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. And down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. Couple more if you can. Breath in and down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. Let's go one more. And down. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, push. Very good. Now we go to bicep curl drop set. So I have a couple sets of weights here. I have 10s and 15s. And then what I'm also gonna do is create another type of weight with a backpack. So I'm assuming a lot of us have loaded up on things like 6-packs, and that's what I got here, and waters and stuff like that. So you can put it in a backpack and it will create, or even just use the handle that's on that 6-pack, but you creates a handle here that you could use for a bicep curl. So I don't have a scale with me, but I'm thinking that this is probably about 5 pounds or less. So I'm gonna use that as my less weight. Now with the drop set, you start as heavy as you can, or with the hardest variation of the exercise as you can. You get to failure, so you get to the point where you cannot do any more, and then you immediately go to the next weight, get to failure, immediately go next weight. So we're gonna do bicep curl. So with bicep curl, it's palms out, and I lift up. With hammer curl, it's palms in, and you can do any variation. A lot of times people will go bicep curl or hammer curl to bicep curl. It's a little bit easier. I'll even mix it up with my drop sets. So I'm gonna start here with 15 pound. I'm gonna just do as many as I can. Just gonna kneel it so you can see me going to where I'm almost straight with that arm and then back up. I like to go a little bit wider so I don't hit the leg, so that I'm not letting it rest on my arm and on my leg is what I mean. And then we go back down, just repping it out as many as we can do. So like I said, if you're using those backpacks and you've got the weight in the bag, start with as much waters or beer or cans in there, and then as you feel like, oh, I can't do any more, then take a couple out, zip it back up, and then go as many as you can. I'm repping it out here, a few more. Same thing, I want to go till I'm like, ooh, I can't lift. So I'm still lifting, and I'm watching rocking. So I'm here kneeling on my feet. That actually will help me from rocking too much. I'm gonna go till I can't do. Sometimes too, what I'll even do in the drop set is then I'll go to my hammers, as many as I can, rep it out, keeping good posture, belly in, and then when I feel like, all right, my form's done, go to those 10s, and in that drop set here, I'll go palm out again, because that's a little bit harder. Keep going, and I just rep it out till I can't do any more. And say you get to the point where you're like, ooh, so then I flip it to hammers, a little bit easier. Same thing, rep it out. And then, that's my 10s, and say I go to that 5 pound option. And here I've only got one backpack set up right here. So I'm just gonna create kind of a twofer here. You can go even like this, get it nice and even, rep them out. They're already gonna be really tired. So I can hold the straps just like I am here, or even stand and go for one arm type stuff would be the option. So then we'll rest about a minute or two here, and then we're gonna do another set. And you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna end the video. This is the warm up and the strength portion for tomorrow, Tuesday. It's the upper body day. It's gonna be called Tabata Tuesday because I'm gonna start putting, after the warm up and the little strength portion, Tabatas as your finisher. And so that, I'm gonna post 2 videos. I'm gonna put the Tabatas in that video, so they'll be a little shorter. And I'm also gonna work on setting up conference calls through my computer so that you can conference in and follow along with the workout right when I'm doing it. So it's a little something different that I'm gonna try out for all those people at home. That way they can tune in and be accountable. And that's what I'm gonna play with. So go ahead and tune in to the next video for the Tabatas and I'll lead you through that. Okay, bye.